Hi, this is Kai, and today I am reviewing probably the most famous wrecker other than Ultra Magnus, Springer. Now, this Springer is specifically a Legacy Springer, and you could tell that because of that, which is actually a pretty cool touch. You don't see the wrecker symbol for the Autobots too much anymore, so I'm glad they added it here, and they even add sort of like a metallic shine to it. You can kind of see it there. They kind of add a metallic shine, so I appreciate that. And overall, Springer looks amazing. Like, look at that. The colors match almost exactly to his first movie appearance. Like, he looks really good. Other than like the back here, which has a lot of screw holes and stuff like that. Like, you can kind of see like there's just a lot of transformation parts back there. But the front though, the front looks good. The front looks good. But the front looks good. The front looks good. Looks good. Now, he does come with two swords, which every Springer should, because kind of need those blades for not only transformation but also for fights. And he also comes with this gun here, which can separate into two guns, so you can put them as like turrets and on each side in his car mode or in his helicopter mode. And he does come with this piece, so the rotors will actually spin. So that is also a really nice touch there as well. So now, since we have those out of the way, also would like to mention that these blades aren't just average blades. They are you wouldn't describe them as a custom mold, but they are an original mode to this figure. So that is also very nice touch as well. Now, as I said before, he looks very, very good. He looks very, very good, especially from the front. But once we get into how he moves, specifically I want to talk about the feet here, he has like no ankle support whatsoever. He does have an ankle pivot, which the ankle pivot is very strong, but he has the problem of leaning backwards, as you can see right there. He kind of does like a Michael Jackson, and he can't really stand up. So almost every single time you move him, you have to readjust him. And probably when I pick him up here, and he's leaning again. So you have to readjust him, and then he will slowly move back if you move him at all. So that is a huge problem. It's kind of the same problem that Trax had, like where he just had no ankle support. It was all on like this little side joint right there, and it didn't really work too well. But moving on to the next joint, which would be the knee, he does have over 90-degree angle. So that is very nice as well. He has very good knee movements here. And he has a very amazing spread. Move his arms out of the way. Very good spread, almost all the way down. But there's where the problem comes. Now, this is part of his transformation for his helicopter mode here. That is supposed to stay clipped in there, but often when you move his legs, especially this part, now this might just be my toy, but it causes them to pop open. This one over here does stay in place for the most part, but it's this one that's a bit loose. But of course, that could just be mine, but I can see that being a problem. And now I won't go back in, being a problem on other people's figures as well. Now, let's move on to the arms here. The arms are pretty well articulated. Can't move too much here because of the shoulder and the backpack that he has here. But that's normal articulation for a person's arm, so not much to complain about there. He can go up here, and he can, the arm can move forward and back a little bit on its own, but not too much. And of course, he has over more than 90 degrees on his elbow here, and backpack fell down, and he has wrist movements as well. And as you can see there, the backpack did fall down, It does have trouble with that, with the backpack falling down, because there's nothing that it clips into. It just kind of sits there. So that's going to be a problem as well. And his head doesn't move, and his head does move. Oh, let's see if I can get in camera here. His head does move. He got a little bit of up and down here, which is more than most figures. His head sculpt looks amazing, by the way. Very accurate, looks amazing. But, yeah. He has issues with his movement, but he looks amazing, but he has issues. I always hate when that happens, when something looks amazing, but you can't really move it at all, So, yeah, he looks amazing, but how does he transform? Let's transform him into his, car mode first. So here's Springer in his, tank mode, and one thing about the transformation, there are some spots that are not necessarily difficult, but don't clip in completely right. And of course, I could just be dumb and, like, I'm not understanding it, but, like, let's talk specifically about this part. This part does not clip in, and when you try to clip it in, it causes these foot to move, and everything else pops out. So, yeah. But it does work well enough just kind of sitting there. And it's not like the gun's super heavy, so it's not like it's going to be doing this the whole time. So it's not a huge deal to me, but I could see how other people would have a problem with it. Now, let's move on to the weapon that he has here. So he does have a little, what would you call it? A little rotator on the tank part of the gun, which I find it's really good utilization of the whole, like, rotor part of the, what will soon be the helicopter. So I do like that a lot. I do think they use that very well, and it just goes right in there. Good weapon storage, good weapon use. And he does roll fairly well. There are some stuff that kind of drag. Of course, again, I could just be transforming them wrong. Let's actually take this off so you guys can see the top. So as you can see here, there's transformation seams right there that are kind of, very noticeable. It doesn't make him look as clean, but, like, the backside of him, actually this is the first time where the backside of him actually looks better than the front side. Usually that doesn't happen, because while this looks very cool, there's still these huge transformation seams right here. And I think that could have been done a little bit cleaner. Of course, I could have transformed him wrong, but as of right now, yeah, those shoulder joints that are giving him some issues. But yeah, other than that, he is a pretty good figure here. I would say so, yes. I would say so. But, like, he has, like, one other transformation. Like, let's see if that's any better. Let's see if he can get better. And here we have him in helicopter mode. Now, I do gotta say, I do like his helicopter mode a lot better than his tank mode, simply because there's much less seamage right here. There's much less of a bold outline where everything is. Yeah, it's still there, but it's much less prominent. Again, we have the same problem right here where this just does not go down. Again, if I am transforming it wrong, somebody please tell me in the comments. And his rotor tail here is also very good as well. I do wish we had, I don't know how we would do it, but because usually helicopters, have something on the back here, the back rotor here, whatever it's called. And the wheels kind of make up for that, but I don't know. I feel like it still kind of needs that there, but I can't remember if he had one in the original G1 anyway, so yeah. Also, he does have panels here that kind of work as the landing gear, which is also kind of cool as well. And we don't talk about the bottom, but but again, he's, other than the big gap here, again, somebody tell me if I'm transforming him wrong, please. And come on. This issue is a lot worse in his helicopter mode. And he does have as you can see there. He does have more weapon storage here on the sides here, which will work as his guns, which I really like. I do like that touch there. And, yeah, there's nothing really else much to talk about him. Again, the colors are really good, just as I said earlier. Same thing for the tank mode. And, of course, got the wrecker symbol right shiny in there, which, again, I like when they do that, when the symbol doesn't have to be faked, you know, and like hidden in the robot mode, so you can actually have a symbol for this mode. I like it when it's, you know, kept there. So I do find that really cool. Now, Springer has issues. He has some problems. But he looks amazing, doesn't he, in his robot mode, doesn't he? Yeah, he looks pretty good in his robot mode. He looks okay in his tank mode, and he looks okay, and he looks better in his helicopter mode, but still just a meh above okay. Like, he still looks good. He's not bad whatsoever, but I don't know. I can't get over those problems. I would say that I like his robot mode the best. His helicopter mode is definitely better than his tank mode. I would definitely say his robot mode is good. His tank mode is just above, not his tank mode, his helicopter mode is just above okay, and his tank mode is very painfully okay. Like, I think this could have been done a lot better. I think his transformation could have been done a lot better, and I think just need to fix those issues, and we would have a really good Springer. Like, at least to bring him to an average, you know, an average Transformer. Because in his robot mode, you know, he moves like an average Transformer, you know, it's pretty average. He looks amazing. His colors match almost exactly to the G1 colors, but he's still a pretty average figure overall. So yeah, Springer's pretty average, so I guess that leads him up to being around a 6, I would say. 6 out of 10, I would say, because it's pretty just painfully okay, which I hate when something's like that, where it's like, I want to say it's good, but it's like just not good enough. So yeah, that is Springer, and I guess that is all.